I don't. Oh, hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not, and welcome to the beginning of what the hell they call it? Wild Card Weekend. That's it. Um, yeah. If you don't know what I'm doing, is I put a bunch of names in this here thing, and I'm gonna pick out a bunch of names of movies in here. I just added two more, so make it better. And whatever I pick out, that's the movie I'm gonna review. And the first one I got was Stuber, which came out in 2019. I bought it in 2019. Didn't watch it. Wasn't even included on my ranking for that year because I technically hadn't watched it. I think it may have actually come out early 2020. Turns out I'm not the only one who didn't bother going to see this or watching this in 2019 because very little reviews for this. I saw Angry Joe and I saw Child Chandler that I'm subscribed to. There's a few others, but nothing, you know. So this was interesting. I remember the trailer. You got Dave Batista, big Dave Batista, which is one of the reasons why I got it. I'm a wrestling fan. He was a wrestler. And then Kumail Nanjiani, who I really like in a lot of things, except for the Eternals. That movie can go itself. That is the worst. I don't care what anyone else says about any other movie. That is the worst MCU movie. People say it's the Marvels. No, you just don't like that it's a female-led film. Oh, it's Captain Marvel. No, again, you just don't like that it's a female-led film. Some people will say it's anything from the last phase, like people will point out Thor, Love and Thunder. It's not that bad. People are even saying that the latest Doctor Strange was terrible, and to you I say, whatever you're smoking, give me some, because no, it was not. I haven't hated any of those movies. I didn't even hate the Eternals. I just don't like it. It just didn't. I don't think we needed an almost 3 hour movie for characters we have never met before. It was boring, and that's, to me. You could be dumb and stupid and annoying. Sure, fine. I get enjoyment out of it. But if you're boring, to me, that makes you really bad. So this was not that. The story is that after the death of his partner, uh, cop Vic is uh, police officer Vic, played by Dave Batista, hops in an Uber driven by Stu, played by Kumail Nanjiani, and forces him to drive him around while he finishes this case looking for a drug dealer guy. So I called something in this film. There was a twist that I called early on. Not early on, but like he's halfway when this character showed up to talk to Vic's daughter. And just body language and everything, I'm just like, but when this movie starts, I at first got excited because they start with Batista and Karen Gillan walking in together as partners, and I went, oh. And then I went to Wikipedia and I saw she was billed way down there. She's not even on the back of anything. I'm like, she's not on the case. She's on the slip cover. She's on the cover. She's billed all the way down. Oh, and I happened to catch that it said Vic's late partner. Oh, she dead. Yep, almost right away. There's a chase and everything, but she dies, and I'm like, I hate it when they do that. Like, obviously, she must have did it as a favor because of God of Galaxy. Oh yeah, or he's like, hey, we need someone for this minor role, and he's like, hey, why don't you have her do it? Just a quick little thing. I hate it when they do that because it's like, oh, it's this beloved actor, and then they die right away, and they've done it in many other action films, right? Tom Atkins in Lethal Weapon. Hey, he's in this. No, he's dead. You know, what else? I'm trying to think. Jim Carrey and Kick Ass too. You could call that too. You call that, he has a little bit more, but yeah. Chris Christopherson, twice. Dies in the first blade. Brought back in the second one. Dies in the third one. Just these big actors that come in and they just die right away. And again, I think it was just like a favor done to him. But it kind of, yeah. Because the whole main thing, now it's been, what, 6 months. And he got laser eye surgery, apparently. I didn't catch that. He has these special shades on. And now he's having Stu drive him around. Stu is also in love with Betty Gilpin's character in this. And I don't think they wrote it right. This, yeah, the ending that this has doesn't go the way it should. It's very confusing. But, like, they're opening up this, like a gym or some kind of business together, like a gym together because they're friends. But he's in love with her. Apparently, they slept together at one point, and he's been in love with her ever since. And so now, while he's driving Vic around, she breaks up with her boyfriend, and now wants to get drunk, and then wants to have sex with him. And then at some point in the film, he tells her, I can't just do this sex thing. I love you. I'm in love with you. And I can't do this. And she's like, well, can we still be friends? He's like, no, I can't do it. And it doesn't go the logical way you think it should go. That's where that ends. I'm serious. It goes another direction. Also, Vic has a daughter who is older than you think a daughter would be. Like, usually in these things, they're like teenagers, or they're like... I understand that Dave Bautista was over 50 here. He's over 50. So that's the thing. But, like, most of these movies, you have the cops with little girl, like a teenager. She's like a grown adult, and she's like an art museum. She does sculptures. So she's there and he's not there, but apparently these bad guys, they have his information. They know all about them. So the first place he goes is to his daughter's exhibit, which he just Stu just wants to get done so he can go have sex with his lady friend. This is before he tells her everything. By the way, there's a part where he FaceTimes her, or he's at like a strip joint, and like, why would you FaceTime them there? She's like, I just saw a giant dick. What? Yeah, it's like a giant dick the size of I don't remember what it was, but it was kind of funny. I do like the foreshadowing though, because the beginning, because he's an Uber driver, so he's trying to tend to everything. He's like, what kind of music do you like? You like rock music, he knows music, other music, all the music you want. You like rock music? What's that one song? Come Sail Away with Me. Come Sail Away. Come Sail Away. And they played that at the end during the final chase. I thought it was kind of cool. But it's during this part at this art exhibit that the chief, or the captain, played by Mira Sorvino, shows up and mentions a statue. And I went, she's in on it. Sure as shit, it's revealed that she is the mole within the police department. Because, I went, she's in on it. And so then when he shows up, like, he calls her and says, hey, call the FBI, because the FBI took over the case. Call the FBI, tell them. So when they get there, the FBI is not there. She's there. And he's like, where's the FBI? So he goes, the FBI took over the case because they think there's a mole in the police department. They think it's you. And he goes, well, I'm not the mole. You know me. I'm not the mole. She goes, I know. And it's revealed to be her. And I'm like, called it. Fucking called it. I knew it was her. I don't know what happens to her. She died. Maybe in a shootout. I don't know. Oh, I do know what happens to her. Stu runs her over with his car because they split their ways, because in a buddy cop movie you gotta split their ways. That's when he tells her, hey, I can't just be, because Stu, Vic gives him the advice, you gotta tell her the truth, Everybody's been telling that he meets. You gotta tell the truth, I think even Vic's daughter tells him that. And so he tells her the truth that he can't be friends anymore because he's in love with her, and she doesn't feel that way. So Stu saves the day, basically. And yeah, so you think here, now, with they've gotten this guy, they finished the case. This is where Betty Gilpin should come running up to Stu and say, you're right, we can't just be friends because I love you too. No, that doesn't happen. I'm like, what's going on? And you have Stu getting clear to this, or Vic getting clear to this stuff. So the last scene of this movie has Christmas happening. I don't remember if it was actually Christmas. She mentioned she was having Christmas then. Or maybe she's like, maybe it's a little early, but I want to have Christmas with, she wants to have Christmas with her mom and her stepdad, I guess, instead of him. I guess that's what she was talking about. But when he arrives at her house, Stu is there. Yeah, apparently they started dating because they hit it off at the art museum. And I just went, I had to rewind it because I thought that I saw it wrong. Maybe he's just there having Christmas. But no, they're dating. And I went, oh, that's not the logical conclusion here. That's not the logical conclusion at all. That makes no sense. Not only is he older than she is, she's legal age, so that's fine. But also, it doesn't make any sense for the story we're telling. Clearly, Betty Gilpin should have showed up, and they should have had a scene where they, she comes to him and they get together, right? Where, okay. My biggest problem with this part is that Stu and Nicole, that's the daughter's name, had one scene together in this entire film. He has been going on and on about Betty Gilpin and how much he's in love with her, to then end up with the girl he had one scene, one conversation with in the entire goddamn movie, and he ends up with her. And the only reason for this is what I think, is that they wanted to have a funny ending. Like, oh, look at this. Isn't this wacky? He's dating his daughter. Oh. But it makes no sense to me. Clearly, he should end up with Betty Gilpin. This makes no fucking sense to me. You know? I don't know. There's also a thing with his co-worker who, picks on him all the time. And then when he finally has enough of this guy, he quits. And the guy's like, well, you're my best friend. Best friends don't do that. Well, you can pick on each other, I guess. But this guy was playing out bullying. I should talk some of the stuff Eric does to me, but we're still cool. We've the best thing for friendship is that you can do stupid shit to each other, and just, even if it pisses you off at first, you kind of keep coming back, and that's how that works with me and Eric. We had a whole freaking fist fight out here on the side of what used to be Hy-Vee, on the side, because he was just in a bad mood one day. He pushed me, and I had enough, and then we started swinging, and he found out Scotty could scrap. Put a big ding over the eye right here. Yeah, I'm a scrapper. I watch Rocky, motherfucker. I can scrap. Okay? I'm not just straight hitting. I'm a scrapper. So I'm gonna hit you a bunch of times. I'm gonna get you a little bit. I'm gonna get you. You can knock me down eventually, but I'm gonna get you. Although, in my current shape, I don't know how well I do, but I will point out the general stuff. There is some good action. It's the standard buddy cop formula, or buddy kind of formula, but it works. I like the music choice. Not only they do the Come Sail Away, but in the middle of it, you get Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you, which in a shootout or whatever it was, doesn't really make any sense, but that's fine. There's some great action scenes in there, and it looked real good too. The cinematography and everything looked pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm gonna give it a, you know what? Screw it. I'll give it a low pretty good. A low pretty good. I thought it was good. Let's see what the next one's going to be. Like I said, I had a couple in here. I won't be doing all of these. I was doing as much as I can from now to through Sunday. So But we got the Spirit. You know, I put that one in there, hoping not to get it. Hey, you know what? Wait, didn't I say I'm not doing any mulligans? I did say that, didn't I? I did say there wouldn't be any mulligans because, unlike the other one, I won't be doing all of them. Shit. Screwed with my own rules, ain't I? Well, okay, fine. The Spirit it is. We shall see. Anyway, what are your thoughts on a Stuber? Which, by the way, they do explain what Stuber is, because his friend who picks on him calls him Stuber, because his name is Stu, and he drives an Uber. That's what it is. It's not just a funny name for the movie. That actually, the dog, yeah, the dog. The dog, for being on the back of the cover, is not really that big of a part. He's in 2 parts of this cover, but he's not that big of a part. Yeah, I thought Batista was good. And Johnny was good too, so yeah. So thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.